Oops. Oops, I messed up. There we go. Okay. Hey everybody, it's Darnell Crittenden from DC and Nems Presents Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit subscribe. Leave a notification on so you're not miss DTV at its best. And this is my presentation of the Godfather of all video games. Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. Right now here at DCNF Presents Power Players, we're at 1,018 subscribers. So to all my 1,018 subscribers, thank you so very much. The quest still continues. My party is open up to 7 right now. First come, first serve. I don't know if he's still in the party or not. Shout out goes out to Wee. Cool friend of mine. He's also a cool friend of my brother. So again, if you're still in the party, thank you for being a part of the show. If not, just try to enjoy the show as much as possible, okay? To the viewer that just stepped into the show moments ago, thank you for stopping in, even if it was just for a second. We have updates. For starters, let's get to PlayStation Network updates. Yesterday, I did a show called Female Video Gamers Choice, and right now we need more female viewers and subscribers. So please check out yesterday's show of October 1st. All right. And again, this address goes out to all the females. Come before the end of the month, State of Direction will be in play, and I will explain that to all old and new subscribers, as well as once we get, again, we need more females on the show. All that's being discussed from yesterday. What else? Yeah, I was saying something about the PlayStation Network. In 6 days, well, actually in 5 days, that's about to expire. Don't worry. In fact, I'm about to get that renewal. I'm gonna get the renewal cards today. So, because October is a huge month, I got a lot of stuff to talk about as far as from this Anime Midwest convention we had this year here in Rosemont in Chicago, Illinois, as far as some of the cosplays, as far as some of the events. I definitely want to explain all that within the month of October, so you don't want to miss out on that. What else I wanted to talk about? Let's get into the world of games right quick. Okay, for starters, if you guys haven't got this game, get this game. Actually, this is my first Borderlands game because I know they got 1, 2, and 3. I heard 3 was garbage. So right now, I'm really trying to figure this game out. This is called Borderlands 4. That's available out right now. If you ain't got your copy of it, get it. This game is amazing. Believe it or not, I think I like this game better than I like Mario Kart so far. Definitely pick you up a copy of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, available out right now. I don't have the season pass for this yet, but as soon as I get the season pass, I'll let you know, which remain as far as getting back to the topic as far as me being temporarily off the air. Shout out goes out to Matt Unique, aka Prince Unique, aka Prince You Yeet. Shout out goes out to you, to our boy Jeremiah King. I hate to say it. Whenever you're ready, man, straight up, shout out goes out to you. I will get the PlayStation Plus gift cards for that, so I can renew my membership. I'm gonna get the card today. My subscription doesn't expire until next week, and I right now this is very important. So if I do be off the air temporarily, it will probably be between now and next week, but we don't want that to happen. So I will get the card. I will renew the show. So once I have everything renewed between now and no later than Tuesday, keep my fingers crossed, the show will be resumed and the show will be back on the air. All right. What else we're talking about right now? Movies. Because I'm doing everything from my tablet, so bear with me. Let's talk about movies, movies, and more movies. If you guys like anime, definitely check this out. I thought it was pretty cool. And that's called Demon Slayer Infinite Castle. That is still in theaters right now. Letting everybody know in advance, this movie is 2 hours and 45 minutes long. So do yourself a favor, try to get at least an hour or hour and a half rest before seeing this movie. Now, it's subtitled in English because everybody's speaking in Japanese. Just let everybody know that's the whole part of being anime and all. But I do liked it. In fact, I loved it. I enjoyed it. The best 2 hours and 45 minutes I've ever seen. The characters was on point. The visual was just jaw dropping. It was literally jaw dropping. There you go, brother. I do like the sword play in this anime. The elemental attacks was just perfect on all their characters. I thought it was cool. So if you guys have not seen Demon Slayer Infinite Castle, go see it on a scale of 1 to 10. I give it a 10. Now, I'm not going to lie, it's long as hell. So please, before seeing this movie, get you some rest. At least get an hour or hour and a half rest because, those are the survival tips if seeing this movie. Try not to eat too much because you don't want to keep going back and forth to the bathroom. I played it smart. I just ate a little something, drunk as less liquids as possible because it's so intense from beginning to end. So I highly recommend, if you guys are some anime heads out there, definitely check out Demon Slayer Infinite Castle. Who knows, they might make another sequel to that. Alright, we talked about that. Um, uh, what else we talked about? I'll be playing this game because this is going to be one of the games for October month besides the other games I mentioned, and I do have this game right now. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remaster. You can get this game right now. Now, cool thing about this game, I paid under $30 for it because this is one of the games they had back in the days on the PlayStation 1. Now, by being remastered, it looks great. It looks incredible. And for those who may or may not know what the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver is, you see this guy right here with his arm on fire. He go by the name of Raziel, and Raziel was exiled from the vampire clan, and the leader of the vampire clan is a guy called Kain. So now he has to get vengeance on Kain for banishing him in so many words, straight to hell. And I do like this game a lot. And this takes me way back. And this is rated M for mature audiences, so 17 and older. I would say it's not like Mortal Kombat, where it's extremely graphic, but there are a few little intense graphics on this game, so I would not highly recommend this for the ages of 12 or anything like that. So if you're 17 or older, again, let everybody know, look at the little logo on there. M17, rated M for mature audiences. So, cool. This is a very cool, old school uh, adventure game. And it is one player. Doesn't take up a lot of space, less than 8 gigabytes, which I'm cool with that. And that's how it looks. Looks just like this. Alright. So, if you want a cool Halloween game, I highly recommend that. So, it's available out right now. Yes, Soul Reaver. Yes, Prince. Again, this used to be back on the days on PlayStation 1 because you got Soul Reaver 1 and 2. Both of these are on here. Okay, I'll bring it up a little bit closer so you can see it. Okay, that's Raziel with his arm on fire, and we just left. He had things to do, I understand that. But again, my party's open right now for 7. You can come in anytime at your disposal. So that's Raziel Okay, this is a classic. I had to get it. I'm pretty sure I still have this game. If not, it doesn't matter because now what PlayStation doing right now, they really, MK, it's me, we. Okay, you watching the show right now. Yeah, man. Thanks for watching the show. We do me a favor, if you get the chance, sub to the show. If you sub to the show, this is what I want you to do. If you sub, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you sub to the show, and I'll give you a shout out live every time you come on the show. Plus, I will make you a moderator. So if you sub, give me a thumbs up. I'll make you a moderator, and you can be a part of DCN Presents Power Plays. But yeah, Prince, back to what I was saying, as far as this used to be on the PlayStation 1. You can get this game right now from the $30. That's Raziel. You got Kane in the back. You have you have two other characters in the back. This game is amazing. And then right here, it'll tell you a little description of the game. It looks just like it back on the days on PlayStation 1, but I do love it for the fact it is completely remastered. And they did a hell of a job remastered. I could tell the difference because it looks more, what's the word I'm looking for? It definitely looks more detailed. And I enjoy it, man. I mean, trust me, because this is October month, you're going to see a lot of October related games. And this is definitely one of them. So, hey, guys, girls, everybody, get your copy of Soul Reaver. And then you got to think, it's on PlayStation 5, new release game, under $30. How can you go wrong? All right. You know, we sub to the show, man. Next, we talked about that. What else I need to talk about? I might as well get this out early right now before I forget. Because I will forget as soon as I find it. And here it is. So, and if this is your birthday month of October 2nd, 2025, happy birthday from all of us from DC and Nerds Presents Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. My next guess is, do I give out birthday shout outs? Yes, I do. One, you have to sub to the show. It is the most important thing of all. Two, you leave in the comments as far as the day of or the day after. And three, if I see it within those comments, I will give you a shout out personally live on DC and Nippers Presents Power Players. Just to let you guys know. All right. What else we need to talk about? Back into the world of video games. This will be coming out in December. Okay. And that's the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection Deluxe Edition. Try saying that 10 damn times. Alright. Now, in this collection, and it's coming on all the formats, on the PlayStation, Nintendo, Switch 1 and 2, for the Xbox, so it's coming out on all major consoles. Now, in this collection, you have the old school original Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, my personal favorite, and I love it every time, the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. You have two other bonus games like Sub-Zero Mythologies, which classic, love it. And you have Mortal Kombat 1 Special Forces. Now, you guys still have time. The game does re-release December 12th because my birthday is December 15th, so I get the game like 3 days before my birthday. I think that's cool. And you guys gonna see some exclusive gameplay on that as soon as it comes out. Now, if it come out sooner, I'll let you guys know. I'll broadcast it, and we go from there. So, again, I love fighting games. So if you want to add this to your fighting collection while you still have time, I highly recommend you get it. And if you go to Atari.com, you still have time to order this from the Mortal Kombat series, but you can't order it in the store, and that is, well, oh yeah, the pre-order is over with. But in fact, that was over with last week. But if you did pre-order from Atari.com, you get this right here, the collector's edition. All right, you get the steel book, you get the art book, you get the commemorative coin, you get the Sub-Zero pins. But the coolest thing that I'm really digging right now, I wish I could have pre-ordered, but I just couldn't afford it. But it would have been nice if I did. And that's the Goro controller holder. Because with that, you can put any controller on there. You can put a PlayStation 4 controller on there or PlayStation 5. Yes, Guru, yes. Yes. Yes, Jeremiah King's cousin. Yes, Goro, yes. But it's too late to pre-order it. But as you can see, it's available out on pretty much all the systems I just mentioned. Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, PlayStation 5, Xbox, and it's on Steam also. I almost forgot, it is on Steam. So the pre-order is over with, but because I was over with last week. But for those who've already pre-ordered it, my guess for this, you probably coming out about, because the game alone gonna run you $80. So I'm looking about at least. I'm just taking a ballpark guess. No more than 150. If it go higher than 180, then I don't want to do it. And I say this for a reason. No collector's edition should cost more than the game itself. That holds the controllers. Yes, the Goro's hand, it holds any controller. It could be a Nintendo Switch 1 and 2. It could be a PlayStation 5. It actually, I'll put it up one last time. The way his arms are set up, he got his arms like he's flexing, but the lower part of his hands, he's holding it. He's holding it like this in the lower part of his hands, because he's flexing like this, but the lower part of his hands, he's holding the controller something like this. His upper hands, he's flexing. His lower hands, he's holding it and cradling it like this. So that kind of give you an idea on how that looks. So yeah, and believe me, if I had the money, I would have bought it, but that's okay, because right now I'm in a two and a half bedroom apartment. So hopefully in the future, when I finally get a bigger place of my own and have my ultimate man cave, that will look extremely cool in there. But yeah, but the game will be released December 12th, and you're gonna see some exclusive gameplay on that. All right. So we're going to get that out the way. All right. It's going to be fun. It's really going to be fun. And speaking of games, I got to go back into the Spidey 09 time machine, because I told you I got a capture card I'm still studying on. And as I went back into the Spidey 09 way back time machine, since we're talking about games, now everybody knows I'm the Godfather of all video games. The one thing I still had, and I had to bring it back from the dead, if it's in my hands, it's definitely coming back from the dead, especially if I can find a way to get it to work. Okay, we'll put this on the table. Yes. I'm pretty sure everybody remember this. The Sega Genesis Model 2. Wait. There's more. You're going to love this. Look at this. Baby still works. I can still hook my CD in here. I don't have the Sega Model 2 CD player yet, but eventually I'll have that when the time is right. Now, I still love stuff like this. Yes, I keep telling you, I'm the godfather of all video games. I still have my Sega Genesis Model 2. Now, and I also have my Sega Genesis 32X. Still works. Now, let me tell you a little story on this right quick. The other day, I'm gonna pull all this. I'm gonna try to pull out all this stuff right quick. Now, just give me a few moments while I pull some of this stuff out. Yeah, oh yeah. I told you I gotta go back into the time machine just to show everybody what I'm about to do. I'm sure everybody remembers this. This right here is still the original, the old school original Sega RF unit. This thing right here. I'm gonna take a good look at this thing. Alright, that's how you know when it's old school. Okay. Now the last week I was trying to get this thing to run. Now this thing right here, it quit. Prince said, yeah, I remember that one of those amount, of course, has the plug that the thing on it. Yeah, because you got this right here at the bottom of it. You can select the little channel on there where it says 3 and 4. Then you take this off, you plug this into the cable lead, and this here, you plug it to the antenna. And as you can see, I still have this part right here. All this is connected. I'll turn around a little bit so everybody can see it. There you go, like that. Okay, all this is connected to the Sega Genesis Model 2. Now, I'll tell you a little quick story on this. This thing, it quit because they discontinued making these after 30 years. You can't find these no more. Wrong. You might not can find these, but you can find a substitute to bring your Sega Genesis back from the dead. It's an RFU adapter, I think. Yep, in fact, that's exactly what it is. It's an RFU adapter. This thing, I'm going to put it up real close for everybody to see. It quit. It was dead. I said, wrong. Because now, that was then, and in a minute, I'm going to show everybody how you can, well, I'm going to give everybody a tip on how you can bring your old school games, especially if you have an RF adapter problem, back from the dead. They said it couldn't be done. Use a damn lie. Alright. And again, I went on Amazon about a week ago and did some research, and it's a company called, and I'm going to show it on the screen right now. This is a company called Level Hike. This is an HD cable for Sega Genesis. Now, you can go on Amazon right now. I'm going to show you what the product looked like this. You can go on Amazon. You can get this product. Now, it's a little pricey, but I didn't care, but it was worth it. I'm going to let the show extend a little bit longer. This going to run you, this RF, the new RF HD adapter, if you want to bring back your Sega Genesis. This going to run you about 30 bucks. But here's the reason why, because it's worth it. So when you go on Amazon, type in, went out for a minute, I apologize. Type in Sega Genesis RF adapter. And what they're going to do, they're going to take you to a site on Amazon. And you're going to see this little, like this little monkey with these crazy looking glasses on, and I'm gonna show you the product in a minute. And they have this for all different brands, whether if you have a Sega Genesis, an Atari 2600, or Nintendo, whatever. And you can see on the side there is the Sega Genesis. And if you look real closely, it'll say HD cable for Genesis. But they have them in different brands for different consoles. Now, you saw the old and busted, right? That was old. This right here is the new and improved jack. All right. Same little cord. Okay. Only difference is this runs. Hold on, I'm gonna get my hands together. This runs off of HDMI. This runs off of HDMI. So now you can play your Sega Genesis in HDMI. Oh, the quality, look, man. You know, you see, you got the little, the little adapter thing right there. You got this little slim box, and if you look real inside, this runs off of HDMI. And what you do, you plug this in like this, and of course you plug this in the back of the TV, this part here, and you take this part, just showing a little demonstration right now, and you plug this in the back where your Sega Genesis is at. Alright? And that's how you get this thing to work. Pretty cool. Now, I had another problem. I had a huge other problem. How to get the 32X to work with the Sega Genesis. Now, it's a cable. They discontinued making that. Wrong again. You can still find this cable. It's called a Sega Genesis cable connector, and it looks like this. It looks exactly like this. Now you can get this on Amazon. They got them in good price ranges. Some you can get from. It depends on what kind of quality you want. You can get them from a price between $7, $12. Now, for those who still have a Sega Genesis 32X, that's what this does. Let me show you. So if I want to play my 32X on here, because I couldn't get it to run at first, and I did the research. So what I did is, I'm showing you right now. I put one here, and I put one, because you can't force it because it's old school. When you get this Genesis cable connector, it's going to look like this. It's going to look just like this. Let me show you from the side, like that. Bam, like that. Now, that one little socket left, I'm showing everybody, so just in case they want to get some kind of idea. Remember, you can't force it in because it's old school. It'll look like this. It'll look exactly like this. And then, of course, the other problem is I lost the power supply for this. I'm one step ahead of everything. Now the power supply, this is, it's a little smaller now, and this power supply right now goes to the 32X, and you can find this on Amazon also, and it'll be listed called retro sales, and this goes into the 32X like this. And as you can see, you can play your 32X, and of course I got the adapter to get the Genesis running. But the reason why I'm doing all this, because of the new of the new adapter now, you can play your Sega 32X games and your Sega Genesis games. It will be in HD, it would be in high definition. Okay, I'm not saying it would be extraordinary like the Xbox or the PlayStation or anything like that, but you can have the ability to play your games on an HD TV now, if that makes any sense. So all in all, to replace this was 30 bucks. To replace this little adapter for my 32X, I think I paid like $22 for it. And that little cable that leads in and out, I think I paid like 12 bucks for that. Virtual Fighter on there. I don't have Virtual Fighter. I need to get that back. So all in all, with these replacement parts that I need to bring my Sega 32X and my Genesis back from the grave, I came out a little bit under 80 bucks, but I didn't care. But the main thing was, if nothing else, I replaced this. So now you can play your Sega Genesis in HD now. Now, I don't have Virtual Fighters. However, I do have Knuckles Chaotic on 32X. I still have that. I need to get Virtual Fighter back. And as you can see, dude, still got the box. Still got the box. Hell, a little bent up. I still have the instructions. I'm the godfather of all video games. And it still works. Like I said, I had to go back into the time machine. Got classic games like Aladdin, along with the game, the instructions. Hell, I still got the receipt when I first bought this game. And you should see how it looked in HD. I still have Animaniacs, the box, and the instructions. The godfather of all video games. And of course, I can't be a Genesis guy if I don't have. I gotta get Shinobi. I gotta find that. Sonic 2. It gets better. This is the Mega Drive version. Hold that thought. I don't have the case for this, but this is the Sega Genesis version. And this is the Mega Drive version. Yeah. And here's the killing part about it. This Mega Drive version, I'm going to take it out so you can see the difference. Both of these things, both of them, the American version and the Mega Drive version, both of these can play on the Sega Genesis Model 2. Because certain games, that's the Sega Genesis Model 2, will support the Mega Drive. And I have both of them. Yep. And of course, don't have the case for the other one, but case and instructions. Yep. What else I have? One of my other favorite games, X-Men on Sega Genesis. You should see how this look in HD. Oh man, it looks amazing. And of course, the box and the instructions. I can keep going, dude. I can really keep going. Not everybody back in the days play this game. Everybody. Welcome to NBA Jam. The ultimate arcade jam comes home. Now they made two of these. Didn't get a chance to get the second one. They made NBA Jam and they made NBA Jam Tournament Edition. I don't have Comic Zone, but when I get it, I'll show you on the screen. Right now, I just got a few games for these, but I wish I'd have had both. Clone Wars, I gotta find that. I'm just pulling out some of the games I'm showing you right now. But everybody back in the days played NBA Jam, because again, like I was saying before, they made two of these. They made Jam and they made Tournament Edition. If I had the money at that time, I wish I'd have bought Tournament Edition. But nonetheless, welcome to NBA Jam. And when you open it up, one thing about games back then, back in the days, hardcover cases, man. Hardcover cases. These, you can drop these, but when they made these, they was built to last. I like all the stuff we got now, but this, even with cartridge-based games back in the days, they were durable. They were extremely durable, because the plastic was thick enough to protect that chip. And the only hassle is you got to keep the chip clean, but once you clean it a couple of times, it does the job. Play this in HD, you really can't tell the difference, but it boosts it. I put it like this: it loads up better. I recommend the Comic Zone game. I play that game. I got to get it back. I play Comic Zone. I play one of my other favorite games, Vector Man 1 and 2. So, oh yeah, now to play all this in HD, I did a Dr. Frankenstein. I'm bringing all the old school. Here's the best part: once I get that capture card running and everything works well, now I can start running the capture card once I figure it out on the Genesis. So now y'all can see the games in HD once I start broadcasting the show. I'm always 3 steps ahead. I just got to study. And for the ladies, Alter Beast, yeah, I got to get that back. If I don't get no other game back, I got to get back Alter Beast. I got to get back Golden Axe 1 and 2. I have to get those 3 back. If nothing else, I have to get back Strider. I have to get back Forgotten Worlds. I have to get back, what else? Sonic 3, Sonic Spinball. All in all, now that I got this thing running in HD, I got to get back at least 10 more good games for it. But back to what I was saying, as far as for the ladies, Miss Pac-Man. And this looks amazing in 4K, by the way. The box and the instructions. And finally, I don't have the box and instructions for this. How can you be a Genesis fan if you don't have the original Sonic? Old school, new school. What do you want to see on the Spotty on Nash show? So, again, to everybody that's watching the show right now, and Prince, that's why I'm glad I showed this to you right now. So if you have anything that's old school and you want to play it right now in this modern day, you can play it in HD. So again, I'll take this part off one more time so everybody to know. It will look like this. Only difference is when you buy it, when you take it out the box, it's gonna look just like this. It's gonna look exactly like this. Now there's a little switch on the top as far as you can play it in in 4.3 or 16.9 as far as screen wise is concerned, because you can switch it to that, depends on the side of your screen. But when you buy it, it looks like this. That means your Genesis, or if you get Super Nintendo or anything, it will support HDMI. So yes, you can bring your old games back from the grave. Maximum Carnage. I remember Maximum Carnage. I remember Power Players for it. I remember my best friend Sean used to love this game all the time. Clay Fighters 1 and 2. Um, I remember Pit Fighter. And what else? I'm gonna tell you. There's another game. I'm gonna do everything in my power to get it back. And I used to love playing this game all the time. And that was Eternal Champions. That was Sega Genesis' first fighting game, their own first. And I used to love playing that game. Because if you get the controller with the 6 buttons, that means you can control all the kicks, jabs, and all that. If I can find my Eternal Champions back, I will play the hell out of that. I used to love playing that. But my overall favorite game, besides that, that's going to be like my number one. That's going to be my number one. I remember, and I'm going to find it. If I find it, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to bring it back home. And that's the original John Madden on Genesis. Me and my Uncle Donnie, God rest his soul, we used to play that all day long. We and my Uncle Donnie and God rest his soul, my Aunt Sonny, you know, myself, my brothers, my best friend Sean, we used to play the hell out that game all day long. And in fact, that's what made me fall in love. I've always been a fan of football, but as far as playing football video games, anything that's Madden, you know, I used to play them all. I used to play that. I used to play Techno Bowl. Loved it all. But when it came down to that Madden, on that Genesis, we got so addicted to that game, we used to start betting each other, see who can get the most touchdowns and all that. Good old classic times for me. But in any case, if you want to bring your old school games back from the dead and your RF controller does no longer work or does no longer exist, go on Amazon. You want to type in Level Hike, HDMI cables for Genesis, or HDMI cables for Super Nintendo, for whatever system it is, and you're gonna run across this. I read the stats and the reviews on it. This thing has like 4 out of 5 stars. Sometimes it gets 5 stars. It gets great reviews. So yes, there is a way you can bring your Sega Genesis back from the dead if your RF converter does not work. All right. So I'm telling you right now, look at the comparisons. I'm going to show you comparisons. Sorry if I got this wrapped up right away. I apologize for that. I'm just going to straighten this out right quick. But you get the idea. Look at the comparison. Old and busted. The future. Here we go again. Old and busted because it's dead. Can't do nothing with it no more. The future. And to play your Sega Genesis in HD, huge difference. Was big difference. And I noticed the games, it loads up the signal faster too, because when you put it on channel 3 or 4, because you have to use it the old school way. Now with HDMI, it doesn't matter what channel you want, it's going to pick it up right away, because this enhances your signal too. Trust me, I've been doing a lot of testing on this. This really enhances it a lot. What's even better, if you have a damn good HDMI cable. Now this is a standard, this is a little inexpensive one. I pay like under $10 for. So if you have, it all depends on your grade or what kind of HDMI cable you got. If you got if some of these HDMI cables is standard, some of them depends on the grade. They might have like gold filler wires in it. So the better grade you have in your HDMI cable, the better it's how it's gonna look on your Sega Genesis. And like I said, here we go. You just put it in right there. And to this day, it still has the little arrows on there where you can just put it in and do all this stuff. And you don't want to force it. That's one thing about these old school games. You don't want to force the cables. And it'll look like this. It'll look like this. Just like that. Yep. Didn't have it in all the way. Okay, now there we go. So if y'all got y'all old school games, and there's a way you can save it, and you want to play it on your TV, considering it's made for HDMI now you can, and it can be done. All I gotta do is plug this into my HDMI. I can play whenever time I want. You can save your old school games now. Again, thanks to Amazon, thanks to a little research, and thanks to the people at Level Hike. So, again, shout out to the people at Level Hike. Had this thing for and then again, you can see on the side of the box, it'll tell you what that is. And best investment I ever paid, $30. It was worth it. Yes, you might be able to stream your Sega HDMI. Probably, yes, you can. Now you can stream. That's why I got it, because now you can stream off your Sega Genesis. You can stream off your Super Nintendo. You can stream off your old school PlayStation. Hell, you can stream off of whatever. This is a best investment I ever got. So if there's some old school gamers out there, or if there are some that want to stream their games now, it can be done. Definitely go on Amazon and look for Level Hike. Type in the description of what system you have, and they will show you. Okay, you got some cheap, inexpensive ones. Don't get those. Do not get those. You got some on there cheaper than that. Don't buy it. They make them cheap, like third parties, but they're garbage. Yes, you can run your Sega Saturn now off of this. You can run your Sega CDX off of this. If you have a TurboGrafx 16, you can run your TurboGrafx 16 off of this. If you have a Neo Geo, you can run it off of this. Hell, I'll even go further than that. Hell, if you got a damn Panasonic 3DO, you can run it off of this now. I'll even go into the dirt. I'll take it to the grave. Hell, if you have a Virtual Boy, and that's extremely rare, you can run it off of this now. It can be done. So it's a little pricey. They do have some inexpensive models, like the ones you're gonna see some of them on the Amazon site. You're gonna find some that's like $6, $8. Don't get those. I did the research on those, and I got so many bad reviews. You get what you pay for, but if you want ColecoVision, I don't know if they have one for ColecoVision. I will check into it. I don't know if they have one for Intellivision or for Atari 2600, 5200, 7800, ColecoVision, Intellivision 1, Intellivision 2, 7200, even though I pretty much got all those. This will run off the Sega Master System. I did a research on that. And you can see all your games in HD. The difference when it's in HD now, you know how the old school games, in the middle of gameplay, it glitches and you have to reset? they alleviate that problem. If it's in 32X, you're not gonna really see too many glitches. You're not. That alleviates glitches. So what it trust me, like for example, if I'm playing, because I'm about to end my show in a minute. Let's just say for instance, if I'm playing, what's a good game? Let's say if I'm playing Sonic 2 and I might get to my favorite stage, the Casino Night stage. I love that stage. And I get halfway through stage 2 and somehow Tails might freeze in the air or Sonic might go into a spin knowing he got to go to the next level, whatever, and then he gets into a spin and freeze. I'm not saying it would eliminate. Give me 1 second. Because this damn thing's falling asleep again. About to do that right now. Okay, I apologize for that. But back to what I was saying. Um, Let me just get this together right quick. Okay, back to what I was saying because I'm about to end my show in a minute. Um, I'm not saying it will stop it from freezing, but if it glitch and it hesitate, it kind of like what's the best word to describe it? It will neutralize it. It would somehow kind of neutralize it, So it doesn't solve all the problems on there, but you will be able to play it more. You'll be able to see it more. You'll be able to, it's like you can't really tell the difference. But does it stop glitches? No. Does it stop freezing? No. But it will kind of keep it stabilized to the point where you won't see it often. You won't see it as often as much. So, best investment. Remember Double Dragon on the Sega Genesis? Yes, I do. I also remember Battletoads, spinoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, on the Sega Genesis. There are so many games. There are so many games. I used to play this game with these fighting robots it's a Japanese game called Heavy Nova. That was cool. I remember I used to have the Batman on the Sega Genesis and the Mega Drive, the very first Batman. Loved it. But if you're a Sega Genesis fan, which now I run this back from the grave, I gotta get Streets of Rage. I gotta get all the Streets of Rages. I love that. 1, 2, 3, whatever. You can't go wrong with Streets of Rage. I don't care who you is. But Double Dragon? Yeah, I remember Double Dragon. But again, gamers, rejoice, behold. You can bring your games, especially if you have old school consoles, back from the dead. It can be done. You're seeing it live on DCN Networks Presents Power Players. Now, once I get it to run where we can stream, you're going to see some exclusive stuff. I keep telling everybody the new catchphrase in 2025, strike fast, hit hard. Once I figure a way to get this to the point where I can start streaming, yeah, yeah. And that's the thing about cartridge-based games, because there's zero load time. So this should be pretty much easy once I figure it out. Yes. And I love it. So, and yes, of course, I have 2 controllers. Yep, once I find it, it's in there somewhere. Yeah, there it is. See. Yes, I still have 2 Sega Genesis controllers. The same ones I had since I got this Sega Genesis. And guess what? They still work. Don't get me wrong. I like the new stuff. But if you're a real straight up gamer, sometimes you got to go back where it all started. And if it wasn't for the old school, there wouldn't be a new school. That's why The 6-button version, I gotta get that. Yes, that's the reason why. Oh, I gotta get 2 of those. I gotta get 2 6-button controls because if I get that, then I gotta get my Eternal Champions back. And I used to love playing that, man. In fact, that and Streets of Rage, sign me up, straight up. But still got a few minutes before I end my show. But yeah, so again, long story short, go on Amazon, go to Level Hike, find out what system you need for an RF uh, HDMI adapter, and you can start playing some of your old school games. And all you gotta do, it'll look like this. It'll look just like this. Now remember, again, if you have a damn good HDMI cord, the results may vary. You know, Earthworm Jim. Yeah, I remember Earthworm Jim 1 and 2. That's funny because Earthworm Jim is the same people who made Toe Jam and Earl. Very rare, very fun game. They the same producers who made Toe Jam and Earl. They made Toe Jam and Earl 1 and Toe Jam and Earl 2. Both classic, both extremely rare. Just like Earthworm Jim 1 and Earthworm Jim 2. Yep. This cord is standard, but I know later I'm going to get a better grade cord. But, you know, who says you can't bring your games back from the dead? Proved y'all wrong. I'll really prove you wrong once I get everything running and I'm start broadcasting. Yeah, Toe Jam and Earl 1 and 2, they the same people who made Earthworm Jim. They the same. They are the same producers. Yeah. You know, I don't know if you remember that game where you got the 2 little aliens and they, you know, listen to some cool, you know, funky beatbox kind of music or whatever, and then they go around and grabbing up stuff, and then they get into this little spaceship and they zip off to another planet, finding other stuff, and it's fun. It's so yeah. Earthworm Jim, oh man. And I'm gonna tell Sony right now, since y'all bringing back old school games, bring back Earthworm. Can you imagine Earthworm Jim on the PlayStation? Dude, listen. Who says it can't be done? Who says it cannot be done? All right, that's a damn lie. We got the proof right here. If they bring back Gears of War Reloaded, and this is an Xbox game, man, and put it on the 5, it can be done. If they brought back Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered, and it's a Sega 1 game, and we gunning off the PlayStation 5, it can be done. If I could take my Sega and play it in HDMI, it can be done. And ain't nobody trying to hear that. Y'all got the moves, y'all got the stroke, y'all got the technology. Make it happen. Because right now, I hate to say it, you know, even though I love my stuff I got now, but the way things is right now, old school is making a comeback. Old school games, we're seeing it in front of our eyes right now. I got the proof right here. It can be done. Oh yeah, it was real good. The music was cool. Oh man, the music on Toe Jam and Earl was just phenomenal, man. It was truly, truly phenomenal. And I like it. And that's one. See, that's the thing about games back in the days. Because I'm about to end this show. Games like, you know, what's a good game? No, well, I'm gonna use Sonic 2 again. Some games, I miss games like this because you had start options, you changed the color and all that. But the good thing, and I miss so much about old school cartridge-based games, some of them, not all of them, but some of them have the soundtracks on there. Some of them you can put the codes in. Others, you can just go straight to the soundtrack and just listen to the part of the game. Those are good times. Now, on some of these games, now, you have to really just listen through the game just to hear what the soundtrack's like. But this right here, you know, just to listen to the soundtracks of the game, or games like these where you can just, back in the days where if you buy an electronic boutique magazine or Game Pro or Nintendo Power, stuff like that, and they have the codes in there where you just unlock unlock the lives, the soundtrack, the stage select, and all that. But just listening to the sound of the game itself, even the special effects of it, good times, man. So yeah, as I'm going old school in a way, I never left. I'm just showing the world that it exists. Keep telling y'all, don't sleep on the Godfather of video games. The proof is in the pudding, and I'm showing the world. Here it is. I'll show you one last time. Wait till I start broadcasting on it. Here it is. A little wise, everything's hooked up. There it is. There it is. In HDMI. I've tested it. And believe it or not, it works great. Especially if you got a 4K TV. Oh man, I mean, don't look as spectacular as all the cool stuff now, but just to go back down memory lane and you're playing X-Men on your 4K TV and it's a Genesis. How can you go wrong? I don't think nobody can go wrong. And the thing about this, there's no load time. But I just want to share that with everybody. So, for all the old school and new school gamers out there, want to bring it back from the dead, there is a way. There is a way. There is a way. Matt Unique said, because I'm about to almost end my show, Matt Unique said, you know what is cool? Also, they have this console that has all the retro games, and the system is one with 60,000 games and more. I mean, yeah, 60,000 games. I'm not gonna lie, I barely got at least, not no 60,000 games. I would love to hit that goal someday. Pretty much everything I got right now throughout my whole collection together, as far as physical of everything, I got pretty close to like 10, if not with systems, cartridges, Blu-rays, DVDs, all together throughout my whole collection. I don't have no 60,000 games. I got about a good 20,000. Got about a good, out of everything I collect, that includes handheld stuff too, about close to 20,000. But yeah, Prince, but that's how they do it now, man. So yeah, I want everybody to get a look at this. So if you guys are interested, go on Amazon.com, look for the company called Level Hike. And again, shout out goes out to Level Hike. You brought my Sega Genesis back from the dead. This is a great product, especially if you want to play your old school stuff now in 4K ultra high definition. All right, huge difference. It's no problem. It's no problem, because now this will give the old school gamers a chance to stream some of the old school stuff. It can be done. I just proved to everybody it can be done. All right. I just showed everybody it can be done. All right. Again, this is old. This is old. And it's dead because I can't get it to work anymore. Old. Because you got to be careful. I'll show everybody one last time. Old. It's no good. It doesn't work anymore. They discontinued making these. The old. The future. I've learned from the past to excel for the future. Who says you can't play old school games in the future? That's a damn lie. That's a lie. It can be done. It's gonna cost you a little extra money, but it can be done. And as the words of the cartoon G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle, and now you know. Officer D, a real American Negro. Straight up. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. So check out Amazon. But whatever you do, get this brand. Do not get no other brand, because if you do, you're gonna regret it. So straight up, check this out. Got great reviews. And yes, we are going to be the ones, Prince. Yes, we are. So I'm glad I shared that with you. And again, I'm glad I shared my Sega Genesis and my 32X. The only thing I don't have is the Sega CD drive, but once I can find a way to get that back, now I'll have the full complete system. But it works. I'll pull this out a little bit, but other than that, it works. And don't forget, if you want to get this, just gonna pull this out right quick. You gotta be careful with wires. The only thing about older systems, they need more TLC, so you gotta be careful with wires. That's the only thing. It's like almost like taking care of a baby. And to get your Sega Genesis and your CDX running, you want to get a Sega Genesis cable connector. Now this is a little inexpensive one. This is like $6. I played it smart. I bought two, and here's the reason why. So if something happens, especially when you're dealing with wires, you always want to have an extra spare, especially like now with some of these older consoles. So this is like $6. I think to buy one, I think you come like about maybe like $7.30 or whatever. So I bought like two of these. They was like $12 with tax. For both of these, I paid like about a little under $22 because of tax and shipping and handling. But this is worth it if you want to bring your Sega Genesis and your 32X back from the grave. That's what this is. It looks just like this. This is an inexpensive one. So again, go on Amazon, type in Sega Genesis connector cables for your 32X, and they will show a listing of all the ones you can get. And those connector cables usually run, like the inexpensive ones, it's like $6. If you want to get some company of learning, you're too late, brother. You're too late, brother. Because now I can bring my Sega Genesis back from the dead. You just missed out on the show, but I'll bring up the speed a little bit. Give you a little sneak peek. Old Sega Genesis RF converter. This thing is dead. Doesn't work. Old. The future. The future. Stop sleeping on me, man. The future. And you can can play this you can play this in high definition, in 4K ultra high definition. The future. You don't believe me? That means I can start broadcasting off this thing when the time is right. Again, here we go. The future. And please, everybody, run with this idea, because I sure in the hell is. The future. Everybody, you heard it from the Godfather video games on this show. Now's the chance you can bring your old consoles back from the dead. Guess what? I sure did. And I love it. And this is the future. This is a Sega Genesis 32X adapter. It's a little small. Paid under $15 for it, but it was worth it. So, just want to share that with everybody. Who says you can't play your games in 4K? Who says you can't play your X-Men in 4K? Who says you can't play Sonic 2, the American version, in 4K? Who the hell says you can't play your Sega Genesis Mega Drive of Sonic 2? Cases and instructions already inside in 4K. And last but not least, who says you can't play Aladdin? Still got the receipt to this game when I first got it in 4K. Now, as far as your 32X, you can play that in 4K too. Any questions? And then sooner or later, I'm going to find a way to get my Super Nintendo running in 4K. Stop sleeping on the Godfather. Tyron Terrell, nice you. Yeah, shout out goes out to you. I was, hope you get a chance to watch the show. Just want to do a little show and tell today, because I have my old school Sega Genesis, and there is a way that you can play your old school games back from the dead in 4K by getting this thing right here called an HD cable for the Sega Genesis. It looks like this. You can buy it on Amazon for like under $30, and the product looks like, because you got to fight with wires. It looks like this. Now you can play your Sega Genesis in 4K. Because I'm about to wrap up this show. Give me a second. Again, old and busted. The future. I'm on it, Jack. So I've showed you enough as far as that. Shout out, go, and yeah, you know what? Check out yesterday's show. I did a show. Let me pull this up. I did a show yesterday. It was called Female Video Gamers Choice. That was yesterday's show for October 1st. So as of right now, Nadine, Terrell, listen, love your videos and love you too, baby. We need more women on DC Networks Presents Power Plays. We need more women subscribers. More the merrier, and we need more women watching the show. Besides you two, I'm glad you guys watch my show. I love you guys for that. That's very well appreciated, but that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. But I'm not lying. I'm dead serious. We need more women. Glove Box Gaming, facts, bro. Shout out goes out to Glove Box Gaming. If you sub to the show right now, I will give you a shout out live. And in order for you to sub out the show, sub, give me the thumbs up, let me know that you sub to the show. All right. But yeah, that's how we doing it. So yeah, so those are the tips on how you can bring your old school games back from the dead. Go to Amazon. Definitely get this brand called Level Hike. Nintendo. Um, right now, I got that capture card. I'm still studying on it. So as soon as I get this capture card running, yes, I will be doing broadcasts on hopefully old and new school game. I saw, bro. Give me a second. I'm about to check right now. You sub, right? Give me a second. I'll know when you sub because it'll go straight to my phone. Congratulations, Glove Box Gaming. You sub to the show. Welcome to DCNF Presents Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. We're at 1,019 right now. We need 100 more subscribers by the end of this month. We need 1,000 more by the end of this year. So Glove Box, tell your family, tell your friends, I don't care who you tell, man. You can tell your co-workers. Let them know about DCNF Presents Power Players, because sooner or later it will be the #1 show on YouTube. All right. And again, I'm just 20% of the show. I'm just the name, the face. I gotta get the PlayStation subscription today so we can be online for another year. The 80% of you guys stop by my channel. I'm an OG gamer. Also, you an OG gamer? Really? Check this out. You OG, right? I like that. Check this out. I'm an old school gamer too. And since you're watching this show, do yourself a favor. If you want to start playing your games in HDMI or stream or whatever, go on Amazon, get this thing called Level Hike. It's an HDMI cable for your Sega Genesis. All right. I'll show everybody one more time. I'm glad you on here. And man, tell all the rest of the OG gamers that the Godfather video games is here. Check this out. This is the old and busted. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the old and busted Sega RF unit. It's dead. Wrong. That's a damn lie. And now you can bring your games back from the dead. Because one thing about these, when they built these things, they were built to last. Because this will out-survive everything. Alright, what you do, you plug it in right here, just like that, and you see the cord is inside, and you take this part. I'm going to show you right quick, because when you buy it, it'll look in the box just like this. You plug your HDMI in, you plug the other one in into your 4K TV, and bam, now you can play NBA Jam on your Sega Genesis in 4K. What do you want to see on the Spotty 09 show? So again, Glove Box Gaming, I'm glad you love it. The new catchphrase on my show, strike fast, hit hard. I'm about to end the show in a minute, but yeah, I highly recommend Glove Box Gaming. Get one of these. Go on Amazon. It believe it or not, it really works. You may have to go old school, clean out with alcohol a couple of times and do the whatever. But once you hook this up to your 4K or to your HDMI TV or whatever, it's gonna, man, you ain't gotta worry about going on channel 3 or channel 4 no more, because that alleviate all that. I don't care if trust me, it does the job. I've been playing my Sega Genesis for like about almost a week now. It took me back down memory lane, but nonetheless, Get it. Glovebox Gaming said, bro, you already know I got that. Lots of love. All right, cool. Cool. Just pass the word around. Okay, gamers, old and new, rejoice. You know, keep telling everybody, old school's making a comeback. Because now, again, this is how we do it. This is exactly how we do it. Hell, I have the old, and the new. Because without this school wouldn't exist. Straight up. So again, glove box. Tell all your family, your friends, your neighbors, because once I get this caption card going, I won't stop. And to the females, that's why I got my little female wallpaper up there. That's why I got Pink Angel right there. You know, so we are going to do a female gaming show. We need more subscribers. We need more comments. Tell me what games that y'all want me to play as far as on the female department. What do y'all want me to play? I got the new Sonic Crossroad Racing. No problem. Borderlands 4? Okay. What y'all want me to play? Leave in comments and subscribe. Real truth. So now, Pink Angel, hope you got all the ladies' attention. Because now we are going to end this show. That's our goal. And last but not least, keep in mind, I will, because it's the month of October, I will do a Halloween show. Because Halloween is on a Friday this year, so I'm going to probably do a Halloween show either before or after Halloween, so you want to stay tuned for further updates on that. Little Robot Buddy is officially going on break because we're about to end this show right now. Let me give out shout-outs right quick. To the president and co-founder of DCN, which presents Power Players, Sean the Genius Harris at the Harrison headquarters on the south side of Chicago. Shout out goes out to you. Who else? To my West Side family, the Redmond. Shout out goes out to you guys. To my immediate family, Critters, Colognes, Johnson, Millsaps. Shout out goes out to you. Who else? To Robbo. You got the third on lock. Shout out goes out to you. Along with Dion, both of y'all got it secure. I'm not worried. Who else? To Sean's sister April. Shout out goes out to you. To Sean's daughter Sarah, my god baby. I love you. Shout out goes out to you. Who else? To the guru, Larry Leonard at the Larry Leonard headquarters. Shout out goes out to you along with your sister Billy. To all your family and friends and everybody in your community. You guys are like my biggest fans. We definitely need more fans as well. Shout out goes out to you. To my close friend, love her to death, Margie Vallejo. Shout out goes out to you. Tomorrow, everybody at North of Sheffield Commons. Officer D will be back in the mall to protect the mall from the forces of evil. Shout out goes out to you guys. To the dangerous one himself, DDG, Dangerous Danny Garcia. Shout out goes out to you. To my other brother, Alex the Lone Wolf Thorn. Check out Thorn Theater Reviews and Thorn Tech on YouTube and on Facebook. All right, and like all shows will be immediately following going live to Facebook. And again, shout out goes out to my newest subscriber, Glovebox Gaming. You old school like I'm old school, man. Hey, man, let everybody know that the Godfather is in the building. My time is up. I gotta get ready to end my show. So I'm glad I showed everybody what was going on. Well appreciated. Help us improve. Not now. So tell everybody about us for real. Because I gotta get out of here. I got a couple of errands to make. So we're gonna end this show right now. I gotta put everything back in the bag because I gotta get out of here. In 3, and 2, and 1. I saw a road. And when you hear that music, that means my Godfather of video game update for October 2nd, 2025, Thursday, has come to a closure in its final destination. Well, my time is now. Well, actually, it's my time for me to get out of here. Wonderful, marvelous, stupendous, incredible, outstanding, and it was good too. All right, I gotta get out of here. I gotta put all this stuff up. I gotta go make a couple of errands, come back home. Thank you to all the viewers so very much for being a part of the show. Also, want to definitely get a huge retarded shout out to the YouTube and the PlayStation community for putting up with me. Thank you so very, very much. And again, to our newest subscriber, man, thanks for being a part of it. Only thing I ask in return, um, let's get some more subscribers. Oh, company, almost forgot. I gotta show you something. I got one more thing to show before I go. Hold on for a second. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. Voila. There we go. The DC and Networks presents Power Players t-shirt. What do you want to see on the Spidey 09 show? And this huge shout out goes out to my boy, to the dangerous one himself, DDG, Dangerous Danny Garcia, awarded me with this shirt when I got my first 1,000 subscribers. And you have no idea how happy I really am. That meant a lot. Well, because I hate when this thing goes to sleep. Hold on. I'm about to take care of that right now. Stop doing that. Give me a second. I apologize for that. This tablet goes to sleep. I wish there was a way I could cut that off. Okay, now I got to get out in a second. But yes, the DC and Networks presents Power Players t-shirt. Huge shout out goes out to my two brothers, Alex the Lone Wolf Thorne and Dangerous Danny Garcia, for presenting me with this t-shirt to reach my 1,000 mark. They presented me with this. And this shirt is custom made. Now, sooner or later, hopefully between now and 2026, if we get the ball rolling, we're going to make sure that DC Networks presents Power Players. Once I find a way I start distributing these shirts out, everybody going to rock this shirt. So give me time. I'm going through the trenches. I'm making things happen right now. And I'll keep everybody updated. But there it is, everybody. The DC and Networks presents Power Players t-shirt. And soon, y'all going to be wearing one too. But we need more subscribers. Subscribe. You should. Well, I'm out of here. Peace, love, and hair grease. I'll see everybody next time on the wild side. It's Darnell Crittenden from DC Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I'll talk to everybody later and later. We need more subscribers. And we sure in the hell need more women subscribers. Come on, man. Show the love, man. You know I got nothing but love for you guys. Make that happen. I'm out of here. Let me go handle my business. Peace. Until next time, Chicago. Until next time, the world. It's Darnell Crittenden from DC Networks presents Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I'll talk to everybody later and later. Public service announcement. Put those guns down, man. Let's just play it safe out there for real. I'll catch everybody later. and later.